What's up, world? Back again with another Tent Talk.
Right back in there,
So today's conversation is going to be about relationships, okay? Now, this is a deep topic because you can be in a relationship with anything. You could be in a relationship with a person, a place, a thing, you know what I mean? So let's talk about how we can maximize the potential that these relationships have and the love that we can cultivate together and the gifts that we can have from giving that love to each other, you know?
And I think the most important thing to know about when you're thinking about relationships, the most important thing, the main key you want to hold on to is understanding that whatever you're dealing with, seeing it as yourself. Seeing yourself. So whatever this other thing is telling you, this thing, person, place, whatever it's telling you, like really taking that as it's giving you a good message, and to listen to that thing. Don't be defensive, because this is yourself telling you something. This is God. If you are God, so is it. So is whatever you are looking at. So like literally treating it as such, no matter what it looks like, no matter what chaos it's showing you, like really taking that in. And seeing it as a divine message for you to listen to.
And our ability to relate to each other, these bodies, these communication devices, like, it's such a gift. And I think, like, that's why we are here. Like, we're here to have these relationships to grow through. Like, it's a pathway for our spirit to evolve and develop through each other. Like, we've been with each other now going on 13 years, and we're always mirroring each other to each other. Like, whatever I'm feeling, like, she's going to reflect that to me. And if I was to always say, it's you making me feel like this, or you're doing something, then I'm giving all my development to the outside world, and I have nothing left for myself to evolve with. The moment I step back from what I'm feeling and I say, wow, what am I doing here? What is this tension or this situation trying to teach me? And once I like look at it from that perspective, you start seeing new things, and you start understanding, like, okay, it's me doing this. Like, this is where I could have alleviated this tension, or gave more love to this situation, and all of this could have, never transpired or whatever. Just seeing it from that relationship perspective,
Yes, and we go through it with all of our relationships, with our parents, with our friends, with our close, intimate relationships, like with how we treat ourselves. It's all just a reflection of how we treat ourselves. So it's also that, like, when we're not aware that the person outside of us is us, then we're acting and reacting and just going based on whatever we learn, whatever we seen, whatever we picked up. We're giving that back out to that person. When you're more aware, you can take more control. You can have more control, and things can be a lot more breezy. It doesn't have to be like all of these things. It doesn't have to feel like everything's happening to you, but happening for you, and that's a grand perspective, and it's going to make you grow so much more if you're really seeing it in that way and not seeing it as something that's outside of you. Because the moment you start to take accountability, then you can you can just have so much more peace in yourself, because you're not allowing things to just control you based on programs, reactions, and just everything you've ever known. You're not bringing that into a constant pattern within your future. You can play with it, like, hey, you want to have a more peaceful life, you want to have more peaceful relationships, you want to be closer to your people, you can be. It's kind of just up to you to really surrender and listen to this other piece of yourself. Listen to God that's trying to tell you something. You know what I mean? And we are very much connected to God too, but it's also great to listen to the external and what it's telling you and how it wants you to move.
And that's God. That's God using all these vessels. Like, when your parent talking to you, your sibling, your friend, when the world's talking to you, like, that's God trying to communicate. And if you look at it like, what does this person or this thing have for me? What am I supposed to be learning, instead of judging what you see or labeling that and separating that from yourself? That's what the opposite thing wants us to do. You know what I'm saying? The lower thought form wants to give that perspective to the world, but no, like, we gotta look at it like it's always me. The good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty is me. So let me see what's going on with me. And once you've done everything you can do, then you just gotta let the rest play out. And that's just faith, and that's just trust. But one thing I really want to say about relationships is respect. and something I really been learning lately. Like, as long as you respect something and you hold that as one of your morals, something that like your integrity, then like everything is gonna give love after that. Like, for real, for real. Respect people, treat people how you want to be treated. These are basic like concepts that we've been getting told since kindergarten, you know.
But I feel like we definitely forgot what that means. You know what I mean? To respect somebody, you know?
Let's talk about that.
Because we almost feel like, like sometimes within even parent and child relationships or in relationships, it's like, respect me. And it's just like, it's not like putting anybody in an authority, but more so just like accepting exactly who somebody is, allowing them to be, and not like knocking anybody or, you know, not trying to change them, you know? Because the idea is to, like, within all relationships, it's to relate. It's to have compassion. It's to, like, know that this piece of you exists, and to allow them freedom like you want, allow them safety like you want, and to, like, not do anything that's gonna, like, not make that be felt, you know? And whether that's saying something or, like, reacting a certain way, it's just like, not to push anybody away, to bring them closer, to relate to them, to like fully understand how you want your parent to be with you, how you want your relationship to be with you, like you have to be that, or no one knows how to do that because you're not being that. We have no examples of that. So it is good to like be that example. It's good to have people around you that are also examples, reminding you to love, reminding you to have compassion with people who maybe you're not understanding in certain moments. And and to check yourself, making sure you're not like seeing anybody as an outsider, but really trying to, whatever you're seeing in somebody, put yourself in that shoes, see how maybe you've been like that in some point, or maybe haven't, but like really relate to that, really try to relate and understand each other, you know.
Let people be. That's part of respect too. Like, just respect the fact that they are who they are. You know, most times we love people for who they are. When your kid's a kid, you love them for running around doing crazy stuff. But then once you put this expectation on them, once you start judging them, want to control them, who you think you want them to be, now all of a sudden we got this blockage within our relationship where the love isn't getting from here to there quickly, you know, because there's all these filters in the way. So it's just like, give love, like be you to the fullest, and by being you're gonna allow other people to be them. And then y'all can be. That's the only way me and her really started to work. Like, she stopped trying to make me who she thought I should be, and I stopped trying to make her who I thought she should be. Now I can appreciate her for who she truly is, and that's God's gift. Like, those differences, that we're supposed to embrace that uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we fall in love with people in the first place. You don't want a bunch of you running around. You want some differences. So let people express that. And the more you give love within your relationships, the more you respect people, you support people, uplift them. I mean, then you can trust that who they are is nothing but an expression of God. Exactly. You know, we be scared to let people be who they are because we think they're going to go do something that we deem wrong or evil or some stuff like that, you know. But at the end of the day, that's not what's real. All they'll express to you is what you're giving them, which is love. Unconditional. So you got to be more of what you want to see in your relationships. And then for the ones that are like super tough, where you doing all you could do and maybe still people not changing or whatever, then that's just another lesson for you. Maybe it's time for you to move on. Maybe that's a step of like loving yourself, giving respect to the relationship. Why am I here with you when even this isn't working? You know, that's cool too. Like, for real.
Yeah. We have to just, you know, listen to the God in us, you know, and the God in those around us. And whatever that tells us, our heart will post and we will move in that way, you know.
Yeah.
But like really not even overthinking it, like just being lovely, you know. Somebody not being lovely to you, it's okay. You don't have to take on the ugliness, you know what I mean? Like, see that, learn from that, and continue to be beautiful, be of love, you know. Have love in your heart, you know. But like the more of us that can listen to each other, then with no defense, you know, then shit'll be easy. It don't even matter what nobody's saying to you, because it's just an observation that somebody sees. If it means something, it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. It's nothing to take too seriously. It's nothing to take personally. You know, when we see even people going through, you know, things, like it's nothing to like think there's something you did something, or our parents going through things, like it's really nothing we can do besides be good for ourselves and be good to others in the same way, you know what I mean? So just shooting for that. Just shooting for those, you know, those things.
not taking stuff personally, that is major. Because like I was saying in the beginning of this video, we're all developing. Our souls are all here trying to develop. So that could look however that has to look for us to figure our stuff out to get back to love, right? So if you're decided to be with somebody inside of this close space and y'all growing together, then you got to give grace for them to maybe not always be the best version of themselves. Like, give a little grace. You know what I'm saying? Don't, yeah, what was up?
I was gonna say, because we're all really human. Like, we're really all in our programs, and a lot of things we're saying or doing, sometimes we're not even thinking about. They're just happening, and so.
From their old conditioning, you know, whatever wound they even came into this earth with, they trauma, they inadequacies, they abandonments, whatever it could be, commitment issues, it's like, support them to grow through those things instead of ostracizing them and judging them and all of that. Like, and that's the not taking something personal. Like, if I'm having a day and I'm just snappy or I'm whatever's going on, she could take that personal as if I don't want her or something's going, well, what does she do or blah blah blah. But that would be retarded, because now we just keeping this energy when all she had to do was just give some love, like clearly let her develop, like let her work through whatever emotional state she's in. If that causes for space, give the space. Stop trying to push when something's causing for space. If it calls for more love, give more love if that's what someone's asking for. But at the end of the day, like, all we got to do is just love ourselves.
Yeah, we kind of got to save ourselves.
And that's it.
We can't keep thinking we can save other people either. Always remember that it's always you that you're trying to save. And, like, it is about you in a sense, you know what I mean? In the same way, like, being courteous of others and knowing it's also about them and their world, you know? But, like,
yeah, but that's a practical step when y'all living together and people got stuff going on. It's like, just let them go through their thing. It's not about you. It doesn't always have to be about you. And I get that we be projecting onto someone, so it makes the world makes it feel like it's you, because somebody's like, you doing woo woo. But that's where you got to come into your development and your strength to be like, well, let me check myself first. Did I say something? Is my reality trying to tell me something? And if not, then it's like, well, I'm about to move on from this. This is not real. Let you cool. And that's just what that is.
And continue to reflect the things that you want to see from whatever relation. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what's going on, like, you don't get confused. You don't get out of your love. You don't get out of your, you know what I mean? Knowing what's real, you know, holding that safety and helping others who are not feeling safe or not feeling free, helping them also to feel that, letting them know, like, yo, like, ain't no pressure, ain't no authority. Like, because sometimes we do see, like, we close up because we don't feel as free, or we feel like something around us is doing this. But as long as everything outside is saying, yo, you free, you safe, then that thing can come out of that delusion of feeling like it isn't. You know what I mean? So it is like promoting truly what you want. And truly you have to believe in that to continue to put that out, even when maybe everything around you is almost feeling like you ain't safe. But it's like, remember that you are safe, remember that you are free, and help others to feel that as well. But it's only going to be felt if you're applying that, you know what I mean? Truly down to your core, showing that inside and out. You know what I mean? Like, so it is like, it's mastering the relationship with yourself, like, or mastering the fact that you know that you're safe, you don't need anything outside of you, and you're good. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want to do, and it's great. And but you have to come out of codependency, because sometimes that's what we get in relationships. Even as a child, you're just so dependent on your parent, and then we kind of carry this sometimes into other relationships and friendships, you know, and it's felt. You kind of need this person to make a decision. Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? What do we, you know, or I need this, so now we need this. But it's no, what do you need? Like, always really remaining focused, making sure that you're leading yourself, and that whoever wants to come is also leading themselves, and we're kind of walking this path together, you know what I mean? Like, not pulling each other any other way, because then it's a fight. Then it's like this resistance that's not there. Like, if you chose this person, it's like you're a team. So y'all should be like, it should be some teamwork there. You know what I mean? And really making sure, that the feeling is equal. Because when y'all not equally, like, in this partnership, and it's felt. So then it's like unbalanced, and somebody's not feeling good. And it is about, like, making sure you're good and the other person is good, and everybody's doing exactly what they want to do. And nobody's being forced, because then there's no resistance, you know what I mean? It's free-flowing love, you know, down to the core.
Yeah, hold your weight within these relationships. Show up. Show up for yourself. Show up for your partner. Show up for whatever you're relating to, your community. Like, be of love. And something we was talking about recently is, like, the authority aspect within relationships. Like, that's where the separation comes in, you know? Sometimes, like, a parent feels like they have the authority over the child, and that's cool, but that's not really what you want. Like, the number one rule, y'all, for relationships is you gotta be friends first, and that's even to your children. Like, be their friend, because one day that little baby's gonna grow up and is gonna be an adult, and you're gonna want that friendship. So why not start with that friendship? Yeah. Why do you start with the separation of, I'm better than this person, I have more superiority over this person? And it could be like that maybe with even our relationships. The woman doesn't feel as strong as the man, or the man doesn't feel as strong as the woman, whatever it might be. It's like, we can't have that authoritarian behavior going on, because it doesn't make us feel safe. It doesn't make us feel free. It makes us feel like someone's controlling us, you know? And you don't want that. You want to feel like a friend.
You want to feel empowered.
Because this is my friend, now I'm safe to express my emotions to my friend, even if that is my lover. But if I don't feel that friendship, and I don't feel safe, and I feel like I'm going to be judged, well, I got to hold that in. Or you got to go release that to another outlet. And that ain't what you want. You want to feel safe in every relationship.
Yeah, you want to feel like, the person is really receptive. And you have to be receptive. You know what I mean? And
but once again, though, it doesn't really, like, I'm just giving tips for, like, practical ways to work through things. But, like, she's always trying to remind us, it's coming back to self. Like, it's not really your job to make someone feel safe. But if you can have that awareness that someone's not feeling safe, this is a technique to maybe help them to feel safe. Like, give them more love when you see that they're not feeling free. Or that they're not feeling safe. Like, let them know, remind them that they are. Remind yourself that you are safe and that you're free, you know?
Yeah, you gotta be honest. You gotta be brave in these relationships, you know?
Vulnerable. And vulnerability,
and
really.
You have to be vulnerable. And you have to be ready for just whatever. Because even a parent knows, like, no matter what the parent says, like, they're gonna do what they want to do. And same thing in a relationship. No matter what you say, everything is gonna do what it wants to do, because it has its own mind, it has its own compass, and all of that, you know? So it is like, like, leaving space for everything to be so open and put on the table, you know, so that nobody's confused, so there is no dishonesty, so there is continuous trust and safety between y'all, you know,
because nobody's hide.
Exactly, nobody gotta hide. It just makes everything feel so damn good when you can just come and tell your mama what's up, come tell your partner what's up, come tell your friend, you know. And even when you do, like, still be courteous if you know something or someone is gonna feel a certain way with the news that you bring them. But being completely honest is gonna make both of y'all grow so much more than the lies and the dishonesty. It puts us 100 years back, just going back into those old traits. It's like, if we knowing these the traits we must have, we must be brave, and, like, in order for us to be free, then you have to do exactly what you need to do. You have to say what you have to say and have that boldness within who you are, you know, and allow others to be the same way, you know, literally allow others to be the same way. Don't be offended, like, love it.
Yep. And it goes back to that, not taking nothing personally. Just don't take it personal. Let people say what they're gonna say. Let them feel how they're gonna feel. Let them be.
We all on our paths. Like, we have to really respect them and, like, be grateful when we teamed up, like, walking the path together, but knowing, like, we can do whatever we want to do. Everybody is super free, and it should be felt like that. And that's the only way we're gonna be okay and good, you know, in our relations, if we all feel that. Like, so encouraging that within each other, you know, loving each other no matter what, you know.
And the more you tap into that love within yourself, you really tapping into God. You tapping into spirit, that unknown feeling that really holds us together, that love, you know. So really cultivate that within yourself. Always try to give that. And it's easy when the sun is shining, but, like, when it's raining too, like, give that love, and, like, you gonna see, like, the sun gonna be right back around, things gonna be feeling good. And what's coming out of us happens to, like, touch everything in our reality. So even if it don't look like it right now, the more you cultivate that love, it has to just pour over into the world. And all of a sudden, wow, this my neighbor's so loving, my partner's so loving, my children are so loving to me.
Everything's supporting.
But it's really because you were them and you changed yourself. You loved yourself.
You chose.
That's the first relationship.
Yep. Exactly.
Facts.
It's true. It's just all a reflection.
And we could talk all day about relationships because they go so deep. Because this is all life's about. Like, everything we're doing is in relation to something else. You know? So, hope this video really touched on something, you know.
Yes. And go through your own relationships. Think about your own relationships with your parents, with your friends, with your partners, you know. And really think about, like what they reflected back to you. What were they trying to teach you, you know what I mean? What were they trying to encourage in you? And what do you want to do, you know, for your future partners, for your relationships now? How can you move forward, you know? And making everything feel free and open. How can you walk around, you know, feeling good in them too, you know, feeling like real close, you know, like close as God, you know? Like for real, like really getting closer to God. Like through these things, through these people, like seeing how you can do that. And if you need help, you know, come on down. We'll show you the way, you know? Get closer to yourself, get closer to God, use nature, you know, use the elements.
And always nature.
And animals, like be very attentive to just the symbols that are around you and what they trying to tell you. Like
treat your animals good too. That's a relationship. Treat them good. Hey, but one last thing before we go is be okay with saying sorry. Like sometimes you gotta let your ego down. Like even if you don't even feel like you did something wrong, then just become an empty vessel for God to like speak through. Like it doesn't have to be you like, I'm sorry because I did this. More so just like, I'm sorry that we're even feeling this right now. I'm sorry that this is even a thing. Like I just want to love. I just want to get back to us feeling good. Like somebody has to lay it down sometimes. Like it really takes two people to tangle, you know?
Yes.
Like so if just one of y'all, it'd be great if both of y'all could have awareness, but if just one person can just like be like, you know, I'm done with the fight. I'm just gonna lay the fight down. Like I love you. Like damn. Like see them that person with fresh eyes again. Like I remember why I fell in love with you. Like you know, just step back, take a breath. Maybe smell that pheromone of the person again. Get that reminder. Like wow. Like you know, actually, this is not the relationship idea I have for us. So, but that does just take some vulnerability. Like say sorry sometimes. Say I love you in the midst of a fight. Even touch, because that's hard too. When you're not really vibing with somebody, you like I don't even want to. But maybe just hold that hand if that's what you have the impulse to do.
You gotta break through.
Because a lot of us be having them impulses like them. I just want to hug this person, or I just want to go back in the room and you know get this person a kiss. And it's like maybe just do that. And then once that person like shows that vulnerability, you on the receiving end, receive it. Don't not love yourself. Like don't not receive love. You know, don't ever block love away. No matter what just happened, like. We can heal instantly. It don't gotta take 10 years, 5 years, 2 days. It don't gotta take so much time to get over things. We can let it go as soon as we desire it. You know what? It's over. Whatever we were just holding, whatever that was, we're letting it go. I love you. Move on. You
and
feel
sometimes
me?
it can be the hardest things.
It is the hardest thing to give love in the face of hate. But that's the work.
You can do it. You can do it. It makes you so strong.
So
to just be like, I don't even care. And it makes you stronger because in that moment you've let all this shit go that could have took you years, that was just going to sit with you and make you upset and stir all these emotions, make you sick. Like literally when you think of people or things that make you sick. Like, so it is best for all people's health to just, like as soon as we can, like to just drop everything because at the end of the day, tomorrow you can be gone. So for real, like drop everything right now so you can feel love, so you can feel good again, you know, in all aspects. Like, you know, so I got some sorry messages to send out too.
Sorry,
even if it ain't your fault, it's just like you saying, like letting it go. Like, hey, I don't even know, you know, but I love you, and that's all that matters. Like. And that really is all that matters, you know.
Baby boo. Say to people.
Yeah, you know, treat your dogs with freedom. They like freedom too. They want to feel safe, you know. Let them do what they want to do. You know, not in the tent. It's okay to have boundaries, you know. It's okay to say, hey, respect me. You know, that's how I like to be treated out there. Yes.
All right, y'all. Thanks for sitting with us through another tent talk. We love you so much. Hey. Holy Haven, Jungle Base Retreats. Come on out here. You get this talk personally. We can come hang in the jungle. We can waterfall it. We're going to vegan cuisine it. You feel me? Come get cosmically nurtured.
Yes.
We love y'all.
I love y'all.
That's all we're up.
That's all.
Real deep in the jungle.